What if I told you you can turn your iPhone X and XS into a 1998 iMac in 2026? No, this isn't a skin. It's not a concept. This is the Spigen Classic C1, a case that literally transforms your iPhone X or XS into something that looks straight out of the late 90s Apple era. And if you're into vintage Apple vibes like me, this might be one of the coolest retro accessories ever made. Back when Apple released the legendary iMac G3, it changed tech design forever. Translucent colors, bold personality, fun, playful, different. Now, imagine that design shrunk down, wrapped around your iPhone X and XS. Today, we're unboxing, installing, and testing the Spigen Classic C1 on the iPhone X/XS, and I'll tell you if this vintage transformation is actually worth rocking in 2026. Before we jump in, if you love vintage Apple tech, unboxing, retro transformations, and bringing old school vibes back to life, just hit subscribe, and let's keep the vintage tech alive together. First off, look at this packaging. Spigen kept it clean and minimal. You can already see the retro inspiration through the design. It literally says Classic C1, and that C1 stands for Classic 1, inspired by that iconic translucent Apple era. Man, they really knew what they were doing with this. Alright, let's open this up. There's just something satisfying about opening brand new accessories, especially when you know it's about to transform your phone. Oh, okay, that already looks good. Look at that. That's a pretty old case. Right away, you see that translucent back panel, the retro plastic design, that old school computer vibe. Check out the little details. Even the back panel design kind of mimics that internal computer look. Okay, let's snap this on and see if we just time traveled back to 1998. It actually feels solid. You've got a dual layer build here, flexible inner TPU for shock absorption, and then this harder outer shell that gives it that retro look. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels like something you'd actually daily. Oh, okay. That fit is tight. Not too stiff, not too loose, just secure. You can actually feel when it locks into place. Wow, that instantly changed the feel of the phone. It doesn't feel slippery anymore. The glass back used to make it feel kind of delicate, but now it feels more solid, more confident. The curves feel really natural in the hand. It's rounded, smooth, and surprisingly comfortable. And the size of the iPhone X/XS is already perfect. This case just enhances it without making it bulky. It kind of reminds me of when phones were designed to fit your palm, not stretch it. The curves feel really natural now. It's rounded in a way that makes it comfortable, not sharp, not bulky. And honestly, the size of the iPhone XXS is just perfect. It's not too big, not too small. It reminds me of when phones were designed to fit your hand, not stretch your thumb. This is why I love vintage-inspired accessories. It's not just about how it looks, it's about how it makes the phone feel. And right now, it feels fun. It feels different. It feels like Apple's old, playful design language came back for a second. If you're using an iPhone X or XS in 2026, I'm telling you, this might be one of the best ways to give it new life. Would you rock this daily, or is it just for display? Let me know. When you hold it like this, it really transforms the feel. The curves feel natural. It doesn't feel bulky. It actually makes the phone feel more secure. And the grip? Way better than naked glass. It's smooth, but not slippery. Let's take a closer look. Under the light, you can see the layers. The inner TPU frame wraps around the phone snug, and then you've got this outer shell that gives it that retro personality. Buttons feel surprisingly clicky, not mushy at all. Cutouts are clean, charging ports, speakers, everything lines up properly. The camera lip is slightly raised too, so when you lay it flat on a table, you're not scratching the lens. Now, I do want to mention something. On my unit, I'm starting to see some very small cracks forming on parts of the TPU, and that's probably because this case was originally produced around 2017, when the iPhone X first came out. That's about 9 years old. So if this is old stock that's been sitting for years, TPU can dry out over time. That's just how the material ages. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to be aware of if you're buying one today. In sunlight, this thing looks even better. The translucent back really shines. The color feels more vibrant outside compared to indoor lighting. It honestly looks like you're carrying a mini retro computer in your pocket. And because the iPhone X size is already compact and curved, the whole thing just feels balanced. It doesn't scream bulky case. It feels intentional. And that's what I love about it. So overall, the Spigen Classic C1 isn't just a case. It's nostalgia. It's personality. And honestly, it's one of the coolest ways to bring new life to an older iPhone. Would you daily this case or keep it as a collector's piece? Drop it in the comments below. If you enjoy content like this, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.